Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. I appreciate you joining this morning. I wanted to give you a brief update on what we had found out concerning the wildfires. There was pretty good sized reports coming out of Greenville and Pickens County, South Carolina, as well as Polk County in North Carolina, as other wildfires continue to burn throughout western North Carolina. The Polk County fires tend to be the biggest threat right now. In speaking with Pastor Tim over text, down in Big Hungry, there was a couple that was actually airlifted out during Helene. They had to be airlifted out, and now their home is under threat again. They're having to evacuate that area. I've got reports also from down in that area that people are using skid steers and things that they can get a hold of to try to push any debris as far away from their houses as they can from the hurricane to protect their homes. In case they have to evacuate, they don't want to come back home to a burned down structure if at all possible. So they're doing everything they can to keep from having any chance of their homes being burnt down after surviving the flood. And I talked with Brother Bud yesterday. Bethel has obtained a camper, and he was driving down into South Carolina toward the fires down there to try and get a hold of this camper yesterday evening. I hadn't talked to him this morning. It's mighty early. It ain't even daylight yet to find out if he was able to get it. So he didn't know if he'd be able to get down into that area or not. Other reports are that the air and ground operations is going on all day today. That Table Rock fire down in Pickens was 1,300 acres so far. They're trying to create some fire breaks so that the fire doesn't jump over and they can try to get it contained. The Persimmon Ridge fire, the crews are now seeing all the damage that Helene left. They're having a very tough time, even with bulldozers, trying to get the debris moved so they can get through to create fire breaks, but they're having a very difficult time in doing so. We can smell the smoke here now. I thought last night when I was out here that I could smell something, but I thought maybe somebody was having a fire pit, roasting some weenies or something, but I'm continuing to smell it, and I see every little bit I see a little pieces of ash or something falling. I don't know where that's coming from. We're a good ways off from the fires, but I smelled smoke yesterday when I was out here, and I'm smelling it this morning early, so I don't know where that's coming from, the mountain area or not. But anyway, the fires in Pickens County and Greenville County are 0% contained. They're continuing airdrops today in Polk County with the Chinook helicopters, and also these planes that drop this red stuff, this red flame suppressor down. There's now 500 homes in voluntary evacuation area that they've notified that they may have to evacuate. They've made 147 water drops so far, with 47,000 gallons of water on all of those drops. So there's quite a bit of work going on. There's over 100 forest rangers in South Carolina working those fires near the North Carolina, South Carolina border in the Blue Ridge Mountains. There's a large number of personnel in North Carolina. They've come from Virginia and Tennessee and various other departments all throughout the state of North Carolina to help with those fires in western North Carolina and try to get them contained. The biggest thing right now is they're trying to keep that fire in Polk County from jumping over and crossing I-26. But the big problem is down in the Green River Gorge, it can actually go under the interstate down there if it gets down into that area, and easily to get on the other side. So just wanted to give you an update of what's going on. I did want to mention too that Brother Bud told me on the phone call yesterday that they did have a phone call come into the church asking about clothing, and someone had lost their home in the fires. Also, just come to mind, I was reading from one of the relief centers, the Cotton Patch Relief Center. If you go back, you noticed we made some deliveries to that location through Operation Mountain Relief during Helene. And she was mentioning that she knew some folks that had lost their home in the fire, and we're going to try to get in touch with her today and find out if there's any way that Operation Mountain Relief can help with this. So you folks be in prayer for these folks all over North and South Carolina in the Blue Ridge Mountains as they're facing all these wildfires after having to deal with Helene, and then all of the issues that followed that, trying to get food up into the mountains and water, and then all the extreme cold temperatures they faced while they was, some of them in tents and sheds and living in the barns and things, and now most everybody's at least in a shed or a camper. I have not seen anybody in tents or anything still out there, but there probably some are and just don't know where they're at. And the mountains, the Helene damage covered 11,000 square miles, and quite a bit of debris. This stuff, some of it's 30 and 40 feet tall. It's nothing but a tinderbox. It's not necessarily green trees or anything like that. It's there's another piece of ash falling. I don't know where this is coming from. It looks like it wouldn't travel this far and drop. But anyway, the debris is a lot of it is just old logs and things that was laying near the creeks and rivers that had been there for years, and they're all piled up and pushed up, and they're very dry. It's been a dry quite a long time. We've had a dry spell up there, and the tree canopies themselves took a beating during Helene, and a lot of the tops of the trees are ripped open, and there's gaps, and this has allowed the sunlight to penetrate to the forest floor, and any of this debris that was there is now basically dried out from the sun over the winter and everything, and there's a lot of material up there now that can burn, and these fires are really taking off as they climb up the mountain. They slow down as they burn down the mountain, but once they hit that valley and start back up, it's a inferno. So you folks be in prayer for these folks up in the mountains in North South Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, as they're seeing all these fires. I noticed there was one in Eastern Tennessee last night. So they're not missing any of this themselves. It looks like they're getting a little taste of it too. But just remember these folks, and we appreciate you joining us this morning on Deep River Farm. Hope we'll have some more updates, and we're going to try to get a hold of the Cotton Patch Relief Center and see if there's any way or any needs of help that they might need to help this couple that has one of them just graduated out of college. The other one is still in college, but they have lost their home and everything they have, according to what her text message said. I appreciate you joining me this morning. Y'all have a blessed day.